Hello, Vipul.
Yeah, yes, yes, Sharmila.
Hello.
Hi everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, Vipul.
Good morning, Vipul.
Good morning, people.
Good morning. Good morning. So, anybody have any questions in the last session? Do you guys have any questions or any questions in the homework part which I have given to you? Yeah.
I have not yet done the homework, Vipul. I think if any doubts, I will ask in the next session after
Yeah.
I practice.
Okay. All right. We'll just start with the next part. But before that, let us have a look at what we have seen in the last session. All right, we have seen the arrays. Okay. All Now, in this session for Python for data science, we are going to see the multi-dimensional arrays. Multi-dimensional arrays. Before that, let us do one case study in NumPy array. I'll just write down day 6. Uh, let's create new notebook. And I'll share one data set with you over there. Um, you can copy the data from that and we'll solve the case study. Again, it's very simple. It's only depend upon whatever we have seen in the basic part for NumPy arrays, right? So I'll just share that with you. All right. So I've shared a link with you. You just open that and you need to solve this thing, the questions in that, right? I'll be doing this along with you. So let me take a data first and then we'll see the questions. So it says you are provided with two lists that contains data of an e-commerce website. First line contains the data for number of items sold for a particular product, and second line contains the price of the product sold. As a part of this exercise, you need to solve the question that are provided below, right? So we are having the two list. Okay, let me take that. These are the two lists that we have. One is for number of product and second is price of that product. First is number of items sold for a particular product. Second list contains price of a product sold. Right? Now, let us solve the questions. The question number 1. Your question number 1 is um, how many different products are sold by the company in total? How many different products are sold by the company in total? We need to solve that. How do we solve this? It's very simple. First question, very simple. How will you solve this?
The length of the array is the total equal.
Very good, very good.
Hmm.
Length is one of the option that we have. Or we need to convert that list into array first by just writing down number is equals to Okay, I need to import numpy, right? So I'll import numpy as np, and I'm going to convert that into array. So same name I'll give np.array, and I'll pass this number in that, right? And then I can write down number.size, because size is the attribute that we can use for your numpy array, right? Jolly. Let's do second question. I'll give you a list of questions, or you might have that questions over there, right? How many items were sold in total? And I'll give you 5 minutes to solve this so that you can try your hands on this. How many items were sold in total? Second question. Third question is what is the average price of the product sold by the e-commerce company? So I'll write down third question over here. Average price of the product sold. Then price of the costliest item. What is your price of the costliest item? Then total revenue of the company. Again, it's interesting question. Just little bit of mathematics. Very simple mathematics you need to do for this. Demand for 20th product in the list is more than 50th product or not. You have to find this as part of your question number 6. And question number 7 is, how many products fall under category of expensive good? So for this question, you have been given a hint, that is the expensive product is the one, that is an expensive good is the one that whose price is more than the average price of the product sold by the company, right? So these are the 7 questions that you need to solve. Anyway, you have that notebook with you, so you might have you have a data of the questions as well. You can take your time. It's 9:15. I'll give you 5 minutes to solve this. Try your hands, and we'll see this exactly at 9:20. Right? Will you guys do this, everyone?
Yes, people.
Okay, excellent. Try this now. Yes, guys. Is it done? Everyone? Yes, Karthik. Is it done?
Yes, almost the up to the revenue, up to revenue, I have done.
Okay. How many items were sold in total? What should we do for this?
Actually, I haven't get your array, so I have made my own array and working on that one. 1 second, I can share you with the detail.
No, that's fine. You can answer this directly. I mean, the quantity. Is it 490? How many items were sold in total?
So in my array, I have 20 items. Vipul.
Okay, you have created your own. Why you are not using this?
I think did you share the data in the drive, Vipul?
Yes, I've given, no? The
Okay.
link.
Vipul,
Yeah,
for me, from the start, it is getting syntax error. I don't know where I did wrong. Can I share my screen?
yeah, just a minute.
Sure, sure.
Uh, I have shared drive link.
Okay. Sorry, Vipul, I couldn't get that file. Right now, only I noticing that one.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yes, Karthik, share your screen quickly.
Yeah, okay. Vipul, can you able to see my screen?
Yeah, import numbers np.array number.
I'm getting number is not defined.
Because you have not run the above cell, no? You
This
should,
one, now.
yeah. How you are understanding it? It's you have not run that. Can you see the sale number is not appearing over there?
Okay.
If you run that, sale number will appear, right? And then if you run the next cell, it will work. Now you can write down whatever you want to write.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it, man.
Okay.
So now I will try.
Yes. Yes. It seems you guys are not practicing after the session. Yeah. Please give time because now it is very simple and understandable. The course gets, if we progress with our course, it will become very difficult if you don't revise it earlier, don't revise the earlier topics, right? At that time, you'll feel you're not understanding that. At least once you should go through before coming to the next session. You should put this habit, everyone. So how many items were sold in total? It's 490. Yeah. Question number 3. What is the average price of the product sold by e-commerce company? So average product, how do you find? You'll write down mean, no? So but price you want. So what I'll do is, no, I have created number array. Similarly, I'll create price array, right? I'll write down price, same name with that array, and is equals to np dot array of price, and I'll just write down price dot mean. So it is 139.01. Now, what is the price of the costliest item sold? So we need to find maximum of the price. That's all. Maximum of price. So we can write down price dot max and run this. You'll get the maximum of the price, that is 285. Right? Now, the next question is total revenue of the company. Revenue is equals to price into quantity. So you will find sum. So np dot sum. Sum of what? Price into number. And you'll save that in your revenue variable, and you are going to print the revenue. I'm going to print the revenue. So it is 67,100, right? And demand for the 20th product in the list is more than 50th product. Is it true or false? So demand means uh, the number that we have, right? What does this number represents? It represents the uh, number of items sold for that particular product. So what's your demand? So what we will do is we will find the demand by just using is number of 19 is greater than number of 49. Number of 19, this is your array, right? In number array we have this. The number of 19, is it greater than number of out of bound for access equals to 0? Okay. If we write down, it should come right. Number of
People see there is a nested array.
is it nested array? Okay. Two-dimensional. It has become two-dimensional because. Okay, I'll just restart and run all this. Right. All right. All right. Let us try to give. Let us change the name first, and then try to do this.
Is there need to provide that set bracket in while convert the numpy array?
We need to.
While convert the numpy array, you provide the set bracket, right? Is that need?
Yeah, it increases the dimension. We'll see that. Just a minute. Just suppose if I. Yeah, correct observation. It will increase the dimension. Anyway, we are going to see that after this exercise. Number dot sum. Okay, price is this. Number of 19 is this. Very good, Arvind. See, now we are interested to check demand of the 20th product. To calculate demand of the 20th product, it should be 19th, right? Because if you know the index starts from 0, so 0 is your first element, right? Index 1 is your second actually. Index 2 is third element. Index 3 is your fourth element. Index 4 is your fifth element. Similarly, index 19 is your 20th element. Do you agree on this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So I should write, to check the demand of 20th product, I should write number of 19. And to check demand of the 50th product, we should write 49. Is it correct? So demand of 19th product is greater than 49. Yes, you can check that. So it is true. Demand of 19th and demand of 50th product. 7 and 1. So obviously 7 is greater than 1. So it is true. Demand for your 20th product is greater than this. And last question, how many products fall under the category of expensive goods? So in order to find this expensive good, an expensive good is that uh, good whose price is more than the average price of the product sold. If it is if its price is greater than the average price of the product sold, then that becomes your expensive good. So what I'll do is I will find mean first, right? I'll define A is equals to price dot mean. This is my mean. And if you check that, it is 139. Now we'll see how many products surpasses this category, right? So I'll write down price is greater than price dot mean dot size will give me the size. How many products are there? Size is not callable. So it is 52. Now here, the error that you have over here is very interesting because from now onwards, if you go to machine learning, you will get this error. It says that it is not callable. So it means you should not use bracket, right? You should not call that function. It is not callable. Same goes with shape as well. If you write down shape, it will give you shape. But if you give brackets to this shape, it is not callable. Meaning that you should not call that. So the syntax is like this, right? So that's what we have. Let us quickly move to the multidimensional array now. Multidimensional arrays. So until now, you learn about one-dimensional arrays where all the data is stored in a single line or row. In this segment, you will learn what a multidimensional array is. A multidimensional array is an array of arrays. For example, a two-dimensional array would be an array with each element as one-dimensional array. For an example, your one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array are somewhat similar. We generally say it as 2D array would be an array with each element as a one-dimensional array. Each element as one-dimensional array. So I can define 1D array as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can define 2D array as like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one dimension, comma. In that I have another array which is 6, 7, 8, 9. And so similarly, a three-dimensional array can be thought of as an array with each element as a two-dimensional array. To create multi-dimensional arrays, you can give a multi-dimensional list as an input to np.array function. So let us try to do that. To do this, we will take one more case study. Yes, to do this, we'll take one more case study. For which, I'll just share that link with you. Excuse me. You can quickly download that. Download means you can copy the content from that. Excuse me. Okay. All right. I am giving the link for this. Just go through this.
Vipul, it says it need access, Vipul. I'm requesting it.
Okay, just a minute. I'll just share with everyone.
Okay.
Can you refresh that now?
Yeah, okay, I'll try it.
So we have a case study, which is cricket tournament, and we have to solve few questions on that, right? So let us do that. I'll just quickly copy the list that I have with me. It's a multi-dimensional list in which we have two elements. I have list of heights of the players, and I have another thing which is weight, height and weight of the player. So the example one or the question one that you have with you is players list can contain the height and weight data for all the players. So the first dimension represents the height in inches, and second dimension represents the weight in pounds, which is lbs. First dimension represents the height in inches, second dimension represents weight in pound for all the players out there. And the first question that you need to find is you need to find the total number of players. First question, how many players are there? So you'll write down length of players, which is 1015. So we have 1015 elements or players in our list. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll quickly convert this into array. So I'll write down np underscore players. np underscore players is equals to np dot array of players. And if I check np underscore players, will give me the players list out there. And if I check type of np underscore players, so it is n-dimensional array, right? Now example 2 that you have is numpy attributes. We are going to see the basic numpy attributes. We need to print the structure of the two-dimensional array. Can you see this array? This is two-dimensional, meaning we have two dimensions over here. So it's a two-dimensional array. If you want to check the dimension, you will write down np underscore players dot n dimension, which will give you two dimension over here, right? Now I'll print the structure of the two-dimensional array by just writing down shape function np underscore players dot shape will give me the shape of this array. And how do you print the dimension, which we already have done? Print the dimension of the array, which says np underscore players dot n dimension, which is 2. How do you print the data type of elements in the array? You'll write down np underscore players dot d type, which is integer 32 bits, right? And then you write down print the size of a single item of the array, which will give you np underscore players dot item size is an attribute for that. So size of a single item of the array is 4. Now example number 3 will be you need to convert the heights to meters and weights to kg. Height to meters and weights to kg. I'll write down players underscore converted is equals to np underscore players into. Now, how do you convert heights inches to meter? We only have seen that yesterday. It is inches to meter is 0.0254, right? inches to meter is, I have to multiply that with 0.0254. And pounds to kg is, I have to multiply with 0.453592. So first is height. So I'll multiply first dimension with 0.0254 and second dimension with 0.453592. This is what you have. You run this, you'll get the output. Now I'll just check players underscore converted list array, which is into meters and kg, right? Which is into meters and kg. Okay. 180 into 0.45. It should be somewhere around 9180. No, why we are getting this? Okay. Okay. The same thing here is while converting into array, '74 180, this is fine. 1015, 2, this is the correct. NP underscore players into, oh, this should be not into comma. Yeah, now it is correct, right? So 1.87 and 81. So the height is 1.81 meter, 87 meter and 81 point this kg, right? Now we'll see how do you subset the array. This is again very important part, subsetting of two-dimensional arrays. I will fetch the first row from the array. How will I do this is, first row, players underscore converted, 0th row, that is 1.8796, right? How do I fetch the first row, that is second element from the array? How do you fetch the first row, that is second element from the array? Is players underscore converted 0, 1. So first fetch the row of the second element from the array, that is 81.64. Is the first row, second element from the array. Is it clear, everyone? Yes. What about other guys?
Yes, people. Clear.
And how do I fetch the first column from the array? Is I'll write down players underscore converted. Right? First is for rows, second is for column. So if you write down this name of the array, suppose this is your array, the first argument after before comma is for rows and second argument is for columns. First argument is for rows and second argument is for column out there. So this represents all the rows. This represents 0th column, right? All the rows start from end. What does this colon represents? Before colon, you need to specify start, right? After colon, you need to specify end. Yes or no? Do you remember this? In list, we have done this.
Yes, people.
So suppose I want first row to fifth row. I'll do this. So I'll get only first to fifth row for first column, that is 1.8796, 1.8028, 1.8288, and 1.8542. Right? Only first five I'll get. Now, now again, very interesting question. How do you fetch the height? How do you fetch the height? That is first column, not zeroth column of the 125th player from the array. First, okay, first in place underscore converted, first is height, second is weight. So I need to get the height of the first column of that 125th player. So what should I write? I should write 124, right? 124 players underscore converted 124 to 0. So this is height of my 125th player. Or I can write down players underscore converted 124, 0. Right? Now I have conditional subsetting of arrays in which I'm going to fetch the height and weight of players with height above 1.8 meter. Fetch the height and weight of players with height above 1.8 meters. So I'll write down tall underscore players is equals to players underscore converted, right? Height above 1.8 I need to find.
Greater than 1.
But I need to specify height, no? Height is in which row? Height is, this is your height, no? So how will you extract the height from this player underscore converted is, you'll write down this, right? I'm getting height of all the players. So I'll just take this. I'll write down over here. From this thing, I'm going to get the height. From this thing, I'm going to get the height, right? And I need to put a condition. It should be greater than 1.8. If I write down this, if I just write down this, I'll get the Boolean thing, right? A conditional check only. But I want to get the players who are actually greater than 1.8 meter, whose height is greater than 1.8. So I should add a square bracket of player underscore converted over there, which will give me this thing, right? Now, if you check what is there in tall players, it will be same thing, which we have done over here. Is this thing clear to you now? Everyone?
Yes.
So why we are using this players underscore converted before that is because from only this thing, if we write only this, we are going to get the conditional check. That is true, false, true, like that. But I want height. So I'm writing the array and followed by square bracket. Right? And how many elements are there? How many players do we have in totality? Which is 936. So I have 936 player whose height is greater than 1.8 meter. Now we will take out one more array, skill array, which holds the player key skills. If you check tall underscore players, sorry, if you check player underscore converted shape, so how many players do we have? We have 1015. And skills, I'll just copy the array. I'll copy the list for skills.
Just I have one doubt here.
Just a minute. What is your doubt?
That shape 1015, that 2 represents what?
2 represents, we have 2 elements, no? We have height and we have weight. So we have 2.
Okay.
I write down this, comma 0, which will give me only height. So it will be 1. Yes or no? What is this? We are extracting only height, no? So for this, our shape is 1. So if it is 1, it will not give you 1 over here. You have to understand it is 1. If it is greater than 1, it will be there. Right?
Yes.
Now players underscore converted shape is 1015. Skills underscore, we have converted array for skills. Skills dot shape is again 1015.1. So the length is matching, right? We have 1015 and we have skills of the player. So whether the player is keeper, batsman, bowler, keeper, batsman, we have this, right? If you see this, we have total 1015 players and their skill. So the array that we have, for the first element that we have, the player is keeper. Second is batsman. Third is bowler. 1.9, this is keeper, batsman. The last player is keeper, batsman, right? So it will map automatically because the length is same, right? 1015. Now I'll fetch the height of the batsman, only batsman. So what I'll do is I need to fetch the heights of the batsman. I'll write down batsman is equals to players underscore converted. Skills is equals to batsman. Right? And if I write down batsman dot shape, I have 323 batsmen in my list or in my array, not list. Right? And if I need to find weight of the batsman only, what should I do? Who will answer this? If I need to find weights of the batsman,
A batsman is equal to players underscore converted.
batsman is equals to
Players underscore converted.
hmm,
Uh,
we already have created array for
okay.
batsman, no? So why we should use this? We write down this followed by
Indices, right?
we need weight, not height.
Yes.
So this is height, this is weight. How will you extract the second element? You'll write down 0,
One. Yeah, one. Okay.
right? So this is your weight for the batsman. Right? This is what we have in this. Now I'll tell you one thing over here. In Numpy, the dimension is called axis. So there is one attribute which is known as axis, which you need to uh, define, which you need to write down. So if you write down 0, it will refer to rows out there. Right? Suppose this is your array. This is your array. This is 0, comma 1. This is 0, comma 1. Sorry, 0, comma 0, 0, comma 1, 0, comma 2. This is 1, comma 0, 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2. This is second row, second comma 0, second comma 1, second comma 2. So this is column, right? 0 column, 1 column, second column, 0 row, first row, second row. So the row is equals to axis is equals to 0, and column is known as axis is equals to 1, right? We'll see this. Anyway, we are going to see this in pandas itself, but as of now, I'm just giving you one trailer, that is axis is equals to 0 and axis is equals to 1. So if you remember this figure, you'll understand what what I'm trying to explain. And anyway, we are going to discuss this in pandas library itself. I'll just take the figure of this. I'll just take a snapshot and I'm going to paste it over here so that you can remember this. Right? So axis equals to 0 and axis equals to 1. You need to understand this. Anyway, we are going to see this in the pandas library itself. Okay, so the next is
Hi everyone and welcome.
I'll share one video with you. You can watch that. By tutorial to making arrays and understanding dimensions by University of San Diego machine learning. Right? Okay. This is the one that I'm talking about. You can watch this, which will be very helpful for you. So you can follow this channel as well for San Diego, University of San Diego. Yeah. So NumPy tutorial, you'll understand dimensions in details if you want to explore this NumPy library. We'll just go to next part, that is creating of NumPy arrays. Okay. So I'll just give a quick heading, creating NumPy arrays. So in the previous segment, in the previous segments, you learned how to convert list or tuples to arrays using np.array, and there are other ways in which you can create arrays. The following ways are commonly used when you know the size of the array beforehand. So we have np.once. Okay, I'll just write down this in separate file, separate cell. So we have few functionalities to create this. So the following ways are commonly used when you know the size of the array beforehand. First way is, first function we have is np.once. What is that? It is used to create an array of ones. Second is np.zeros. it is used to create an array of zeros. Third is you have np dot random integer. It is used to create a random array of integers within a particular range. And fourth is np dot random. It is used to create an array of random numbers. Fifth is np dot arrange. It is used to create an array with increments of fixed step size. Sixth we have is np dot line space. It is used to create an array of fixed length. The IPython file attached, this file I'll be sharing this with you so that you don't need to worry about the theoretical part. Let's look at each of this method one by one. So yes, one more thing, if you need help with any functions out there, you should use the help function, which is available in Jupyter Notebook. So if you write down help and with the functions followed by a function, it will give you help, like what are the parameters that you can pass in this, what are the, you will get the different parameters that you can pass, followed by some examples, how you can use this np.ones function, right? So this itself is a self-explanatory. You can use this to understand different functions out there. How do you create a dimension of one dimensional array? You'll write down ARR is equals to np.ones 5 and you'll write down ARR. So 5 elements filled with 1. And note that by default, Numpy creates data type is equals to float 64. So if you write down ARR.d type, will give you float 64. But you can provide data type explicitly using d type. So I'll write down over here, you can provide d type explicitly using d type. So if I write down ARR is equals to np.ones 5 comma d type is equals to integer, we'll convert that into integer and it will be 1, not 1.0 like this. 1 dot, it is not 1 point, right? It is 1 because the data type is integer. And now if you check the ARR data type, it is integer. So we can provide this d type to change the data type. Now, how do you create a 5 by 3 array of ones? How do you create 5 by 3 array of ones? You'll write down np.ones 5 comma 3, which will give you 5 rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3 columns. So first argument is for row, second is for columns. First is for rows, second is for columns. Now, how do you create array of zeros? Creating array of zeros, np.zeros 5. Again, by default, it is float. Convert the type into integer. I'll write down np.zeros 5 comma d type is equals to int integer. Next, how do you create a list of integers ranging between 1 to 5? How do you create a list of integers ranging between 1 to 5? You write down list range 1 comma 5. Right, list range 1 comma 5. So the range function is used to create a list of integers ranging from 1 to 5. Similarly, we have np.arrange function to create the list, to create the array. So if I write down np.arrange 3, I'll not get 3, right? I'll get 0, 1, 2. If I write range of 1 to 5, I'll not get 5, I'll get 1, 2, 3, and 4. So similarly, arrange 3 means you'll get only 0, 1, 2. If I write arrange 5, I'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And if I write np.arrange, if I want float values, I'll write down 5.0, which will give me the float values out there. Right? This is what we have. And similarly, if you remember, we had step size in this, right? 1 comma 5, or let's say 1 to 10. I want only odd numbers. Odd numbers. So I'll write down step size equals to 2. I'll get the odd numbers. Here also we have that np.arrange 1 to, let's say, 25. 1 to 25. I want only odd numbers. So I'll write down this. Is it clear, everyone? Are you guys getting this?
Yes, people.
Now, array of random numbers, how do you create that? You'll write down np.random integer 2 comma size is equals to 10. I want 10 random integer, and it should be restricted to 2. So it would be 0 and 1 only. If I write down 5, the values could be between 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is total random. We don't have any control on that. Right? See, if I refresh this, again it will be changed. Again it will be changed. So random integer. Again we have random integer starting from 3, ending at 2, ending at 10, size equals to 10. So 3 to 10, any numbers, size is 10. 3 to 10, any numbers, size is 10. And we have two-dimensional array of random numbers. Two-dimensional array of random numbers. I'll write on np.random 3 comma 4. So what is this? np.random. 3 rows. We have 3 rows, 4 columns, any random numbers between 0 to 1. Any random numbers between 0 to 1. Right? So sometimes you know the length of the array, not the step size. So array of length 20 between 1 and 10. Sometimes you know the length of array, not the step size. So I want to create an array of length 20, and that number should be between 1 to 10. So I'll write down I'll write down np dot line space, lean space, 1 to 10, and 20 numbers should be there. So equal distance, step size will be equally distributed between 1 to 10. There should be 20 numbers. So the distance is equal. Can you see this? See, if I just subtract two elements, two consecutive elements like this, the distance is 0.47. Again, if I take any two immediate numbers,
Vipul?
yeah,
Yeah, once again, can you explain the random numbers? 93 cells.
random numbers. What do you want in that?
Oh, once again, you can go to the cell 93 or 92, something.
Hmm.
Yeah, array of random numbers. Can you explain once again? I just missed out that. I don't understand.
The first argument is for rows. How many rows do you have? Do you want 3 rows? 4 is
Yes.
column. How many columns do you want? 4 columns. And the numbers should be numbers by default. It is between 0 to 1.
That output, it will be comes on default, right?
Default 0 to 1. If you restart it any number of times, it will be 0 to 1 only.
Okay, okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Then, so the step size is common. Can you see this? So equal distance numbers between 1 to 10, and there will be 20 numbers. Here also, suppose if I write 1 to 10, I want 10 numbers between them. So it would be exactly 1, right? The step size is 1. Can you see this? Now, there are some other functions which we generally don't use, but still you should know, you should have an idea about that. Apart from the methods mentioned above, there are few more NumPy functions that you can use to create special NumPy arrays. So we have np.full, np.tile, np.full will give you, it create constant array of any number n. np.tile will create a new array by repeating an existing array for a particular number of times. np.i will create an identity matrix of any dimension, and np.random integer will create a random array of length, random array of integers within a particular range. np.random integer. It will create a random array of integers within a particular range. You can try this out. Suppose I want np.full. If I run this, it will require 2 arguments. You can write down 1 comma 4. So 1 elements filled with 5. 5 elements filled with 4. 7 elements filled with 4. Or 7 numbers filled with 5. np.tile will also require 2 arguments to create an array by repeating an existing array. Okay, I want to repeat this array A. And how many times? 5 times. So what is there in array A? What is there in array? 7 numbers, 5, right? So this will be total 35. Array A is repeated 5 times. Array A is repeated 5 times. And np.I will create identity matrix. This is identity matrix where diagonal elements are 1, right? And random.random integer, we already have seen this. So I'll just quickly share this notebook. You can try this out on your drive. And if you have any questions, you can ask in this. Otherwise, we'll just take a break over here. So in your folder, today is day 6, 20th October. If this, yeah. Okay, can you just check on your drive and revise this, whatever we have seen? It's 10:23. We'll just take a break for 10 minutes. Let's have a break till this. Meanwhile, you can practice this functions that we have seen. And in the next part, we are going to discuss the mathematical operations on Numpy. So again, it's very important thing. I'll just write down the heading for that. And let's have a break. Mathematical operations on Numpy. So in this thing, we are going to see different topics related to manipulation of arrays, perform operations on arrays. Third is apply built in functions. For this, apply your own functions. Fifth is apply basic linear algebra. Right? Okay, let's do this after break.
People,
Yeah,
yeah, once again, now we are derived from the programs using syntax condition be like, right?
sorry.
Now we are drive the how we were writing the program condition syntax we are using to derive now. Future also we are using basics methods, or we are where we using for AI to sort out these methods. Is it possible, or this is the method to future we also used it?
Which one which we are learning? You're asking about
Everything,
that.
if everything I'm asking to programming, now we're starting to till we are derive we using to old method, I think. What I'm saying to start to how we are old methods, syntax conditions, and then we get the output, right? Now
Mhm.
we are also using this one. We have any option we are using to sort out programming techniques in future, or we are also use this method in future also.
See, basically, anyway, you have ChatGPT and that kind of thing, which will generate the code. But in order
Yeah.
to understand that code, to manipulate that, to edit according to your need, you need to have basic understanding of this coding, no?
Yeah, I can understand that one. I'm asking if you're giving in future we'll be assigning for projects, right? That's why I'm asking. Suppose we have any too much knowledge we don't have in that we using. I think what I'm saying to I don't have 100% in programming language skill.
Mhm.
In future if you assigning assignments for to me, that time I am also using to derive basic to till an output, or I am using AI or chat gpt used to derive the codes.
I'm not understanding your question. Can you just
Oh, sorry. Oh, future if you are assigning two assignments to me, I'm using basic methods to derive the programs, or I'm using to chat GPT or AI.
Okay, understood. Is this your question that you wanted to know if I give some assignments to you? Can you use ChatGPT to solve that? Is it your question?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, you can do that. That's not a problem because nowadays everyone use this, take help of this ChatGPT or LLM models in their code to generate the code. Nobody writes the code nowadays. But
Yeah.
see, suppose my application is somewhat different and ChatGPT is giving me different kind of things. So I need to modify the code, right?
Yes.
Why we are
If
learning this basic kind of thing is because
yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't have an idea about that, how can you modify this code, right?
Okay. I don't know.
But you can use you
If
can
I'm
use
using
this. That's not
yeah.
a problem. That's not an issue. Got it.
Okay, if I'm using this ChatGPT or Gemini, be like whatever the idea websites using the coder drive, it's not affected to my future for the interviews
Yes.
because
See, if you take help from this, you will not be
yes,
confident in your writing your own codes, right?
yes,
So I'll suggest you to build strong fundamentals in the basic programming without taking help
uh,
from ChatGPT. But
okay,
anyway, this is something that we use in industry. That's not a problem. But to crack your interviews, you cannot take help from the ChatGPT, right? So
yes,
you should be independent in this.
yes, fine. But when in future will be assigning the assignments, I can use it to the this tools, right?
Yes, that is totally allowed. No, this is not
Yeah.
illegal. If it would have been illegal, they would have banned this. Yes or no?
No, yeah, no, no. What I'm asking, if I'm using, but I don't have that much of knowledge, so it's affect for my future interview or no? That's why I'm asking to you.
No, see, for study purpose, you can use this, but you should be thorough with your understanding. It should not be you are directly taking this out. You should know. You should be able to explain this code, what we are doing inside this, and you should be able to write down your code itself.
Okay, okay, thanks.
All right, let's have a break. All right, so let us start with the next part, which is mathematical operations on NumPy. So in this thing, we are going to see manipulation of arrays. In manipulation, we are going to see how do we reshape the arrays, how do we stack arrays. In performing operations on arrays, we are going to see how do we perform basic mathematical operations. How do we apply built-in functions? How do you apply your own functions and basic algebra options? So this will be your agenda for this session. Now, let us see one example. That is arithmetic operations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two array. Array 1 is equals to np.array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? And I'm creating another array by using np.arrange, in which I have 5 elements. So if you want to check what is there in array 1 and what is there in array 2, you can write down this. Now we'll add two arrays. Add array 1 and array 2. So we'll write down array 3 is equals to array 1 plus array 2. Right? So what is there in array 3? It is this thing. Right? Now, can I will just create another array by the name of array 4. I'll write down np.array 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll write down array 4 plus array 1. It will not be possible because in array 4 we have only 4 elements. In array 4, what do you have? You have only 4 elements. And what about array 5? Array 1, we have 5 elements. So physically you cannot add elements, or you cannot add array. You cannot add arrays with 2 different shape, right? Array 1 dot shape is different, which is 5, 1, and array 4 dot shape is 4, 1, right? Now this is another thing. Another example is, let's create another array by using linspace 1 to 10, 5. And if I write down array, what is there in array? This is my array in which I have elements from 1 to 10, 5 elements from 1 to 10. And if I write down array into 2, if I write down array into 2, so all the elements will be multiplied with 2. And if I write down array raised to 2, all the elements will be squared, right? Is it clear, guys? Everyone?
Vipul, linspace, can you explain again?
Yeah, just a minute. Actually, there is power cut off at my place, so you
Okay.
could be able to see the sound which is beeping right in the background. Give me a minute. Yeah, what do you want? Which part?
131, linspace.
Linspace. What is linspace? We discussed this, no? linspace. Starting is 1, end it 10, right? Starting 1, end is 10. And 5 elements, 5 equal distance element from 1 to 10. Isn't it?
110 random numbers will come or
No, not random, no.
the array.
See, if I write 10, 10 equal distance element from 1 to 10, right? If I write 7, 7 equal distance element from 1 to 10. Can you see this? If I write 9, 9 equal distance element from 1 to 10.
That's fine. That one dot floating numbers one and the second in the list of array.
It's not random, no, that's what I'm asking. And that's what I'm saying. See, this is equally spaced elements. See, if I write 5, the distance between two elements is same, which I have explained earlier as well. Distance between two is same. Yes or no? 5.5 minus 3.25. The step size is same. Can you see this? It's not random. If I write on 15, then also the distance will be same. You check this by yourself.
Okay, got it. The difference, okay, difference between two numbers.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Equal distance element, that's what we have. Right? So into 2 will give you 2 times, raised to 2 will give you square of that.
Okay.
Okay. That's what we have for um just a minute. Let me check what can be done for as part of your next thing. Um, all The next is we can see stacking of arrays, right? So I'll quickly take this. What do you mean by stacking? Stacking means arranging one array above to other or one below to other. We'll see this. Let us give heading as stacking arrays. So np.hstack will be horizontal stacking. np.vstack will be vertical stacking. Stacking is done using np.hstack and np.vstack methods. For horizontal stacking, the number of rows should be the same. For vertical stacking, number of columns should be the same. We'll see this example to understand this in more detailed fashion. We'll create two arrays. A is equals to np.array 1, 2, 3. B is equals to np.array 2, 3, 4. And we'll do horizontal stacking. We'll do horizontal stacking. Right? Okay. So can you see horizontal means like this? This is horizontal stacking. One, then side by side. And what is vertical stacking? One below other. So if I write np.vstack, which is vertical stacking, will give you this one. Right? Vertical stacking will give you this one below other. It's very simple. Then we have reshape function, which is again very helpful. Reshape. So suppose I'm creating one array, np.arrange 12. I have 12 elements and I want to reshape this. In order to reshape this, we can only reshape array in this following ways. So the shape is 12. 12 I can write down in multiple ways. Factors, 12 factors are I can write down 12 into 1, 1 into 12, or I can write down 12 as 6 into 2, 12 as 2 into 6. I can write down 12 as 3 into 4. I can write down 12 as 4 into 3. Yes or no? Apart from this, can I write 12 in any other ways? Can I write down that? I cannot write, right? So I can only and only arrange or reshape this in this factors only, because the shape is 12. So I can write down 3 comma 4, which will result 3 rows and 4 columns, right? I can write down 6 comma 2, 6 comma 2, which will be 6 rows and 2 columns. I can write down 2 comma 6, which will result 2 rows and 6 column. I can reshape this, but can I reshape this in this ways? Let's say 6 comma 6. I cannot do this. 12 cannot be put. We cannot put 12 into shape of 6 comma 6. Yes or no? So reshape can be done in only the factors of 12. It can be only done in that factors. Is it clear?
Yes, Ricky.
Now we'll go to inbuilt functions in NumPy. We'll see that what are the different inbuilt functions that we have. Um, let us see what is there in array1, because we already have created array1 earlier. Let us use that. Okay, you have this one, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, I'll write down array1 is equals to np.arrange 12, and I'm going to reshape this in 3 comma 4. I wanted to do in this way. And if I check what is there in array1, I have this perfect. Now, what I'll do is I will use the power function, power, np.power. I want to write down this np.power of array1 raised to 3. So all the elements will be cube. Can you see this? We are getting all the elements cube because power 3. The power function will give you the power of all the elements over there. Right? Similarly, we have absolute function. Absolute function. So I'll create one array x equals to np.array -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, this one. And if I write down np.absolute of x, which will give me the absolute value, right? It is going to give me the absolute value. Or you can write down absolute like this as well. The entire thing, absolute. That is also one of the functions that we have. And we have trigonometric functions, which we rarely use, but you should have an idea about that. So for that reason, we'll just see that. If I write np.pi, I'll get the pi value. If I write down, suppose I want to create one variable name as theta, and I want to divide this pi value in 5 equal spaces by using line space. So 0 to 3.14, we have 5 equal spaced elements in that array. 5 equal space elements in that array, right? So by using this theta, you can check what is there in theta. What is there in theta, you can check. By using this theta, I'm going to do some what we can say, trigonometric functions. So first one, np dot sine of theta. That is this, right? Then np dot cos, np dot tan, you can do that. Cos theta. This cos theta is this, or np dot tan, you can do that. Then we have another example, which is exponential and logarithmic function. So I'll write down x equals to 1, 2, 3, 10, and x equals to np dot array of x. This is my x, right? And I want to do exponential of that x, e raised to x. As you know, e value is equals to 2.718. So e raised to 1, e raised to 2, e raised to 3, e raised to 10. Right? Then suppose I want to find 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, like that, and up to 2 raised to 10. This thing. So in that x array itself, I'll write down np dot exponential 2 raised to x. So 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3, and np dot power x comma 3 will give me the power of that, right? I have np dot log 2 of x, which will give me log of that, and np dot log 10 of x will give me the values based log 10. And I can find np dot log as well. So logarithmic function we have, and we have aggregate function. Okay, so let's say I'm creating y np dot arrange 5. This is my y. So what is there in y? Let's say x equals to this. This is my x, and I wanted to create y, which should be my x into 10, like this. So what is there in y? We have 0 into 10, 1 into 10, 2 into 10, 3 into 10, 4 into 10. Like, so this is one thing, but I can use np dot multiply method or function. I want to multiply x with 10, and I want to store that output in which variable? Y variable. And if I now check what is there in y, so I can do that. So you can do this way or you can do this way. There are certain alternatives. Even though this functions that we are actually studying right now is least important for us, we will not be able to, we'll not use it anywhere else. You will find it nowhere. Rarely we use this. But still you should have an idea about this. That's why we are doing this. I think this is what we have for the today's session. We'll stop here for the day. If you have any questions, you can ask. Right. So the content is specifically restricted to 2 hours, and we encourage last 30 minutes is there for your doubts. Right. So 2 hours of teaching and 30 minutes of doubt. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll stop here, and I'll just upload this notebook on your drive. So day number 6. I'm just uploading it on that. Everyone, make sure you bookmark this drive, because on this drive, you guys will be getting all the contents, right? Study materials or whatever we are doing in live session. You guys will be getting this in this drive, right? So you should have this drive linked. Day 6, 20th October. I have just uploaded that. You can check. And now over to you guys. If you have any questions, you can ask. I'll share one more channel, YouTube channel with you, which you can refer for your study. There's one channel. It is Corey Schaffer. Yeah. Yeah, Corey Schaffer. You subscribe to this channel because here you'll get tutorials for n number of applications like Numpy, Pandas, machine learning, right? See, so we can start exploring this channel. Anyway, whatever we are going to study, that is more than sufficient. But still, if you need something else, you can refer this. I missed the link. Can you please share on Drive? Okay. Can you scroll up and check if it is there or not? Drive link. Or you don't have that. See, I told you guys, right? You have to bookmark this. Okay. Anybody have any questions now? So you guys will be getting a quiz now. One representative from GUI will join and there will be quiz now, just like yesterday. So don't go anywhere.
Yeah, hi Vipul.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, is session done?
Yes, yes, done.
Sure, sure. So
Just a
again,
minute. I have one question in the chat. Let me check that.
sure.
Yes, Prashant, can you share your screen? Prashant Durai, can you share your screen? Yeah. For I in range, number, total plus I. Range is a function, no? So it should be in bracket, no? After range, you should give round bracket. Yeah. Now try to run this. List object cannot be interpreted as integer. So what is your doubt or I mean what is your error is you cannot interpret list data structure as an integer. So from nowhere you can put that in your iteration, right? You cannot iterate through a list. If you have to do it, there are several ways, but why you are using plus or equals to I in that? You should not do that. So if you go to list comprehension, you can see how in what ways you can do this. And anyway, your total is your product of number into price, no? Total is your price of number into price. Total is equals to number into price. So how you will get total? You will not get this total because you're not passing the loop. You're not passing in that loop. For I in range, number, total plus or equals to I. So it will just calculate, it will just sum that number list. The question is, you need to find revenue, which should be number into price. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So this is not the correct solution anyway.
Yeah, I just want to run in this way. That's why I'm getting error. Just come to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
anyway,
explain
thank
that
you.
error. Error is
Hmm.
list object cannot be interpreted as an integer. So,
Yeah, I got it.
huh,
Yeah,
okay.
thank you, Vipul.
Yes, all right. Yes, other guys, do you have any questions? Any error in the syntax?
Okay, I guess no doubts from any learner. So yeah, we'll start with the quiz. Again, the same rules. You have to look at your screen. I'll be sending a link in chat box. So you have to join that link. And again, I'll repeat it that this quiz is for your active learning and for the self-assessment. It doesn't count to any sort of what I would say grades, what are required for certification. Okay. So I'll just quickly paste the link in the chat box. It's 11:14. By 11:17, we'll start. Quickly join the link. 17 have joined. Rest, please join soon. In next 1 minute, I'll start the quiz. Okay, so we'll start the quiz now. Look at your screens. Okay. So the first question is, which of the following is a correct syntax for an if statement in Python? So Darshini is leading after first question. Which keyword is used to specify a block of code to be executed if the condition in an if statement is false? Which of the following is the correct syntax for a for loop in Python? Next question. Which of the following is true about the while loop? Fifth question. What is a function in Python? Jan is leading. What is the correct way to call a function named my underscore function? Which of the following is a built-in Python function to find the absolute value of a number? Which function would you use to get the largest number from a list of numbers in Python? Great job. Now we'll move to the second last question of the day. What type of error will you get if you try to access an index that is out of range in a list? So last question for this week. What does a syntax error in Python indicate? Great job. Harshini is third, Prasita is second, and Jan is first. Congratulations. Uh, so yeah, thank you. It's done for the day. We'll meet next week again. Goodbye. Thank you, people.
Yes, thank you, Yash. Thanks, everyone. Happy learning.
Thank you, Vipul.
Thank you, Vipul.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vipul.